Yeah, this is it. Anyways. Wow, Vermintide 2 had a big update too, apparently. So, swapping over. Let me turn off the Animal Crossing music. We all need music in our lives. I'd be a lot more awe if I wasn't dying mentally from being so tired for who knows what reason. I've been tired all week, honestly. So I love how I did that, and I haven't even turned it on yet, but it's fine. It has been a while since we played this, and I threw out all my notes, with the exception of the one for the alchemy, it looks like, or the herbs. So it needs to start. Is it going to start? I like how it just picked it up. It's like pure black screen. This is what I've been staring at for a bit. Lots of people complain about being really tired. Yeah, I think it's allergies too. We are still on episode 4. I don't fully remember all of the controls, and I remember that I was in the graveyard because I'm trying to get into that one family crypt, but it's not letting me in. Oh, Agrim. I do remember there's a shovel, which I might be able to use to open up the other gate, but my intuition is that there is a grenade on the waistband of the dead soldier that is holding the shovel, and I feel that grabbing the shovel is going to cause the grenade to slip and explode, which will end up killing him. However, if that does happen, it kind of feels a little out of sorts with it doesn't feel like that should happen, because so far every death has been based upon something supernatural, not something like a grenade. Font size is medium. So there is a new difficulty level. It is HP Lovecraft. I believe we are on Edgar Allan Poe, which is the original experience. We are doing permadeath. Visual cues when listening, we don't need. I do have it on full screen. I don't think I meant to. Oh. I can do higher quality? Let's just keep it on high. I don't know what else would go on. Film grain filter. The setting distorts the edges of the image to mimic the visual effect of looking through a camera lens. No, thank you. Okay, that does that. Okay, that does that. These are all the tools I had. Okay, left trigger runs. Yeah, I remember them being pretty... Statue's old and shows clear signs of decay. Now, I remember... I know where the Abbey is, why the Abbey is abandoned, but sometimes it feels like there's someone there who's putting out the candles. That's not what I was looking for. There's one that dictates about where this is. Who is this hunk that we see on screen? The old man that's in his 60s. They weren't stupid superstitious. This place is just like they said. I can't remember where I sneaked in through the walls, and now I keep pacing. Nothing in whole scripture can describe that place to see it every night. It's different and unrepeatable, perverse, that's impossible color, the horrible eclipse gleam up in the skies. My mind is broken, not even the devil would be capable of such deviousness, for he would howl in terror if he saw what I've seen. Pure horror, death, and eternal oblivion sound like sweet salvation. Page from the Abbot's diary. There was something about the actual cemetery. All is calm, must not be afraid. Confessions of the Librarian. Time came in, episode when I arrived at the scene, chaos reigned. Okay, this is about what ended up happening and how all the monks ended up going batshit insane after singing the song. Librarian's plans. Poem by the Librarian. 4 keys and 4 locks are barrier between life and death. We need 4 keys, basically. Prior's testimony. They claw desperately at the door trying to get out, but are they even themselves? At night I can hear them clawing on top of each other on the other side of the door. So there's a door that's locked that's on the 2nd floor. We've seen the door. It has 4 locks on it. We need to get 4 keys to unlock it if we want to get in there. Originally, all the monks that had gone mad, who kept on flickering between themselves and something else, were forcibly put into that part of the abbey and locked off with the 4 keys. The keys were then divided amongst certain members that were still sane, mostly sane, so that no one of them could ever feel sorry enough for them to open it up on their own. So that's what we're trying to do, is collect the keys. However, there was some detail about... So we have the Prior's ornate key. Dear God, the key has been inside the body all this time. It was inside a body, I remember. We used this. We have a bellows. Series of plants mentioned in diaphylogos recipe. It's a deoxidizing mixture. Lantern filled with liquid fuel. Collectible item, poem. Purpose unfulfilled awaits frozen in time. Mind the bird in hand. Five repentances, a chance to alter fate beckons the sinner. Those were haikus that we got. We never ever found any other clues to bring with us. Where we're supposed to find out which tombstone to go to. Tombs aren't that old and they certainly not sealed. I could take a look inside, but the cover is too heavy for me to lift it by hand. This is what I was looking for. So this gate is just one thing. There's a locked door there at the scriptorium. There's a locked door at the chapter house. The granary has that one guy I don't want to fuck with. Infirmary still has that one puzzle. We might have to go back. I know one of these documents tells me something about how to get here.
You'll find my secret message.
Yes. Can't remember where I sneaked in through the walls, and now I keep pacing down the same empty corridors time and again.
Cornelius!
Honey.
Sorry. I like him. Can we do a shout out for him?
Hi, Cornelius. Yeah, okay.
Just shout out. Cornelius.
It's a pain to do shoutouts with this game.
I'll go in the other room and do it for you.
Okay. Isaac will do a shout out for you, Grandidious. I really like it a lot. It's definitely got a lot of updates. It's now very much worth playing. I honestly feel like the permanent kill mode is the only real way to play it. I know other people disagree because they don't like the whole permadeath aspect of it, but I think it adds a certain sense of fear behind playing it. Okay, so here's what I remember. I remember there was a document I found that basically described a path through the cemetery. The impossible culpable, the horrible eclipse gleam up in the skies. My mind is broken, not even the devil. I think it was a plaque I read. Like, death points the way. Which is like that Grim Reaper, but I think we already found our way through here. Okay, you did do it. I don't think I'm all in much danger here. Not that I can think of. Use? I need to make the mixture. The plants alone are useless. Combine.
Nope.
Instead of wasting away, the lock and the key have melded together because of the increasing rust. Okay. That deoxidizing mixture I definitely need to use. Now, the one thing that bugs me is that this mixture, I kind of sort of guessed at getting. This does have permadeath. So every single chapter has something like 4 to 5 different characters. You can choose which one you want to play with. Each one has different stats and each one has a different special ability. He has a hearing aid, which makes it easier for him to hear at doors, it seems, as far as I can tell. If you get a character killed for any reason, they're dead. Dead. There is only one character that is integral to the story to the point where it sits there and says, and it warns you before you pick him that if he dies, it will be the end because he needs to continue.
Oh no!
I can't look at chat. Triptych with imagery of the crucifixion of Jesus. These objects are all better organized than I'd expect. Sebastian must have lit this warming pan. So we're looking for Sebastian... I forget his name. I don't want to go into too much detail on what happened with the story in case you want to play it, Grandidious, but we're looking for a particular character that was a writer who we were originally trying to meet up with in episode 1, who ended up vanishing completely, and that has led us here. Somebody moved this bookshelf recently.
Oh.
Locked from the other side. It's like Until Dawn with the different episodes. No, well, yes and no. It plays very different. This place was bombed during World War II. By then it was already abandoned. The damage is still quite visible. It's very much an adventure puzzle game with very, very strong Lovecraftian elements to it. Like, the story is straight up borrowed from The King in Yellow. Hatch looks far too heavy for me to lift with my bare hands. No, that won't do. As I learned back in my archaeology days, sometimes what you need is the most unlikely object. If this gadget weren't broken, that might even work. An axe. You know, seriously.
Oh.
Use your head, Ernest. Why would you want to go down there? Yes, I could illuminate the well with that, but I need to light it first. You literally have a candle on you. There's a way to light this. Can't possibly open that cupboard. The door is swollen and jammed. Horror logic walks around the candle. I can't light this. Yeah, I know, seriously. Burning that won't help me find Sebastian.
No.
Won't be able to control this thing in order to cook the mixture well. I need a heat source that I can adjust. Ink is faded. I can't read anything it says in this book. That's a hiding point. So I need to cook the mixture. Alright. Old kitchen utensils. There was a burner in the same room that I used to make the mixture. Where am I? I'm in the refectory. That's not where I want to go. I believe I want to go upstairs, so to my left. I try not to run much in this because there's a stealth setting for each character, and I don't know if running makes it that all the bad shit just appears sooner. So I try not to run much. Not unless I have to. believe it was in here. Oh no, this is where I could... You know, I don't want to see if I can use the work table for any reason. They're just lying there like abandoned goods. No. Why are there birds? Where did you guys come from? Why the fuck are there so many birds there suddenly? Okay, it was in here. Deoxidizing solution, a plant-based acid deoxidizing cleaner. If I'm careful, I can use it more than once. Medical instrument designed to separate the edges of incisions or hold back bones or organs. One of the blades is broken.
Oh.
It's useless unless I manage to replace the broken blade. There was a whole puzzle on actually making that thing, and I really liked that puzzle. Now, as far as lighting the lantern, I don't know how I'm going to go about doing that yet. I'm not going in that room with the ravens.
Dear Mother of God! What the hell is wrong with this door?
As far as I've seen, this is a false alarm.
Oh, good Lord. Oh, thank God it's over.
So, I don't know if that has a chance of doing anything. All I've ever seen is it just is there to scare you. But I've never stopped moving with it, so I don't know. I don't necessarily want to take the chance. Okay. I don't want to be caught outside. I don't want to deal with the fucking shadow robes. Hi, Born in Rainbows. Thank you for coming. There's the oven to burn things, which I haven't figured out yet. This chapter definitely has been one of the more... I mean, they've all been pretty puzzle heavy, but this one has been the one that's been stumping me more than the others. Like, the solutions are well hidden across the map. Oh, but you're still here. Okay. You've been over work for 2 weeks. You got back Monday. Oh, off work. It's always such a pain to take a long time off work and then go back. I mean, the only thing I can think of that can get me out here or attempt to attack me would either be that guy that I have to... No! I don't like this area that they're in. I do not like this area. Damn it. Oh God.
They can't still be here. Oh, it's impossible.
Okay.
Done. Just like in the good old days.
Just trying to see if there's anything down here. The candle is not a great light source. Tombs aren't that old and they're certainly not sealed. I could look inside, but the cover is too heavy for me to lift by hand. I don't want to lift the covers, and I have a feeling I'm going to need to. What could have broken that stone? Nope, I don't see why I'd want to break that door. Gate is stuck. I guess it won't be going this way. What? What was the point in doing this? Did I just what? I don't get it. There was a page that said something about how to find stuff here. Bones will turn to dust in that oven. For I will not allow him to be taken elsewhere. This should suffice to silence the noises. One key was given to the abbot, one to the prior, one to the treasurer, and yet another to me. For this I beg forgiveness. And one of them was buried alive. Do not know what happened to our prior, Father Malachi, but I suspect the abbot locked him in his room, leaving him with only one possible exit, the door that leads to the cells. Perhaps if I open the passage, I could liberate him and convince him of amending the atrocity. Our abbot, Father Aguano, most of all, at night he sings the psalms, but his tune warps into one that resembles the melody played by the musicians. Before that fateful night, no matter where I may be, the twisted echoes of his chant fly over the graveyard and reach me. I must speak to him, convince him of giving me his key, or find a way to get a hold of it. The prior within himself insists that abbot trusts a figure, Victorino where the air is thinner, and I in the abyss. So the librarian is the one that was... So the one in the abyss was basically he's locked. He was buried alive. Abbot trusts a figure. Prior within himself insists. So the prior was the one with the key inside of him. Victorino where the air is thinner. He's the one that drowned. And I in the abyss. We locked up our brothers without trace of kindness. We trapped them, the others, because they found madness. And we, what have we lost? Did we leave behind our sanity? Dear brothers, forgive us, for we all lost our humanity. Claw desperately at the door. All night I can hear them clawing on top of each other the other side of the door, and I fear it might give way. They beg, wail, and weep. The things they say must never leave the hall. Even if they manage to escape, what good would it do to them? I too am trapped. I can't open the passage from the side anymore. I must not let them get my key, for they would be one step closer to leaving, and then God Almighty grant me the strength to avoid it, no matter the cost. Must hide the key far from ghastly hands. I shall hide the key where no one can find it, not while I still draw breath. There's one that was in a censer, remember? And we haven't found that one either. I hear something break the silence of the hall, something like the swishing of ropes around me now. I know the abbey is abandoned, but sometimes it feels like someone's there. Who's putting out the candles? Might just be the wind or the insufferable chill. Damn it, need to find a place from that cursed song. Why would I go there? Gate is stuck. We won't be going this way. Wheelbarrow full of sharp tools, rusty and stained in red. Can't actually get in that door. Wait, what does it have a sign? Like, what's the lock made out of?
May mushroom.
Oh my god, Proto Peach, thank you for the follow. Looks like the abbot's cell. There's a bronze lock on the door, and the moment you do that, the light goes on. Statues remind me of certain Egyptian figures, not so much the style as the pose. Vader Zimmer, thank you for the sub. That's very sweet. I don't have a lot of options. This seems really bad. Get the hell out of here. Where the hell else am I gonna go? Chapter house, that door is locked. We don't know what. The scriptorium, that door requires a key. I don't remember what the key is, though. There's something there that I need to burn. There's the shovel there, but I don't want to even touch it. Dormitory, that door is locked. We don't care. Fuck it. We've played with you throughout most of this level. If you die, you die. I picked him because I really didn't care about him anyways. The altar is a rolled up paper from a medallion. There is a rolled paper from which a medallion hangs. Should I take it? I stayed down there too long. There was no cask of Amontillado.
Hasn't it been a while now? Should we go check?
Sophie, I want her to be alive. I don't want to touch... Ernest is dead. Honestly, so Ernest had really high stealth and he had okay strength. His serenity was meh, his speed was shit. I really like Sophie. Her strength isn't that great, but her serenity, stealth, and speed are good. But I'm afraid of losing her. Writing down anything is important to the secret is the secret to remembering.
I'll look around this area.
Does he have a flashlight or was it a lighter? I hope he doesn't have a lighter. Sebastian P. Husher arrived at the Abbey of St. Cecilia following Argos Legrand, the man who made the music box that Isaac Farber would later come to purchase. Well, it says something. My intuition was correct about that room. I should not have gone in there.
Holy shit. What is this?
Usher Abbott. He just makes notes whenever he finds anything, which is helpful. Either a torture instrument. Okay, so in order to get anything, handwritten note full of chaotic scribbles. I have no idea what it's all about. Dear God, what a ghastly sight. And I love how he's like, Monk's books and personal belongings, nothing interesting. Oh, there was a puzzle up there. Okay, first things first. We need to go to the graveyard because we need to go and get his stuff. What was that? I mean, if we want to sacrifice him, we could always see if we can actually pick up that shovel. All of his stuff's right there. Shit, the monk seems to have died while he was reading. There. Prior's ornate key. Yellowish key that belonged to Father Malachi Prior. Rather not imagine what the stains on this key are. I'll just carry it with me, no questions asked. So here's another thing too, if you guys hadn't seen it. Each one of them has different statements on everything they find. And so certain characters will recognize certain things differently. Wonder who this strange hat belonged to. The imagery on this decoration is sinister but interesting. I'm glad that Husher left this warning pan on, provided it was him. This is chapter 4. Do I know what? I know this is locked.
No.
That is a lock. Oh, that's right. It's locked on the other side. Which I have no idea how to get to. I mean, from what I've seen in the other chapters, there do seem to be doors that just remain permanently locked. Lantern filled with liquid fuel. Lantern working with ethyl fuel. Ha, so that's how you turned it on. I just had to examine it. Hi, Hannah.
Let's see what's down there.
I mean, the one guy may not have been... The abyss may have been down here.
Now I can go down the well. Let's see where it leads me.
Lanterns lighting up the well doesn't look too deep. Should I go down the stairs? Yes.
All right.
If he dies
Do this.
from falling off this ladder... Are you dead yet? Son? Oh yeah, we lost the old guy. I went into an area that I was like instinctively like, I should not be here, I should not be here, and I still stayed there.
This place reminds me of a Husher novel.
It says something in Latin on this plaque, I don't understand it. If I played Sophie, she'd be able to read it. See, the stairs do not stand the test of time. I don't want to stay here very long. Every gate is broken the exact same way. That can't be your usual wear and tear. Get away from the gates. This place has been invaded by those roots.
How many people are buried here?
This tomb is still closed. Must be one of the few that still has a cover. Like jumping out of a window then? The window was just bad judgment on my part in the end. His body in the niche covered in a shroud doesn't seem as old as the others. Bones floating in murky water. What a ghastly sight. It's almost they placed the statue there to guard the dead. It gives me the creeps. Okay. Somebody left several offerings here. Nobody has touched them since. Wait! Rusty key found in the catacombs. I hope it allows me to get out of here. Niches full of bodies and candles. It's one what? Statue? Sinister, I feel like it's watching me. Oh, there's a dead monk right there. Fucking hell, the guy hung himself down here. Skulls and bones out in the open as if they've been laid in here in a hurry. Damn it, it's locked with a key. I should look for it immediately. Now it's open. I don't need the key anymore.
Oh my god. What was that? Damn it. I need to find a way to get through there.
If those roots keep growing out of control, this whole place will cave in soon. I don't want to pull that lever. Here's my thing. Why did I come down here? I found nothing but a key to get out. Is this where I came in? This is where I came in.
risk pulling the wrong lever. Focus now. You need to think clearly.
Or his soul is just floating there, a bit more water and he'll be soon adrift. Okay, I kind of have an idea how to do this.
I'm not gonna... No.
Why? That's not it. I think I have my headset on wrong. I do. I was like hearing it in my headset, and I'm all like, why does it sound like it's coming from the wrong location? What kind of place is this? How many bodies are there behind the wall? Interesting. Hold on. That's not what I wanted to do. Actually, maybe it is. Shit. What? I get the concept of what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to move it so that I can trap it elsewhere. And that way it should open up a path for me. Huh. Now, question, if I just... Okay. Just trying to see how you can test the gates. This is not going to do what I want it to do. This is a really weird graphical glitch. A writer's confession, Sebastian P. Huscher's admission of guilt. I abandoned my family to their fate and I lied to my old friend. Poor soul's just floating there, but more water need to be adrift soon. Why isn't that working?
I'm not gonna...
He has all those notes on the top. Abbott Thomas Road. 4. It's definitely something about the way these are working. Oh, I bet that's not working because of that. Hold on. Is this properly secured off? Looks secured. That was it. Don't open this. Because the other gate's colliding with it, I need to be able to open it, which means I'm gonna have to shut one, so... Shit. Okay, I think I have an idea of how to do this. I don't think I have an idea of how to do this just yet. I need to get it there. So here's my thought process. Even if I close that and open that, I just need to open this one. And it's not going to open because that other gate is closed, right? Shit. Okay, I know what I need to do. This is properly closed off. Yeah. That. Walls cracked and human skulls are pouring out. Jesus. Oh, this is a different way to come up. So this will be a different room on top of getting the confession. There. The sensor up there that's hanging up there. That should have another key.
This must be the church. It's huge.
Religious paraphernalia, nothing useful. Treasurer's confession, Brother Victorino's admission of guilt. I lost faith, I renounced God and committed suicide. I tried using it and it's like it's wasting time. I want to find a space where I can hide first before I try to continue further in case I have to hide. Prayers in Latin, I have no idea what they say. Still remains of a decorative canvas, St. Cecilia Winter Concert. Oh yeah, the last time this chapel would have been open was around that time when the concert was given. Treasurer's Bible. Bible with crossed out passages and notes by Brother Victorino, treasurer of St. Cecilia's Abbey. Nothing is true. We are alone, alone and lost in the universe. There is no God, for God is nothing. God is but dust and dreams compared to the darkness I see. The devil is a child's fantasy. Hell is a parody. Please make this stop no matter what it takes. Oh boy. At some point, this is where the items for Mass must have been neatly stored. They put this gigantic cross here in a corner almost as if they wanted to get rid of it. Some kind of religious painting. I'm no expert on the matter. It's dark and empty like almost everything else. Confessional has a slit as if to post sheets of paper through. Do people confess in writing? Oh. Tarot deck, collectible item, the door. The darkness. Scroll is covered with chaotic scribbling. A lot of it is even overlapping. It's almost like something ripped half of the stairs out by sheer force. That device must have been used to spread the scent of incense. Now it seems about to break loose of its chain. We need to get that down. Nice, Aggie. There we go. On this table I could hide. A giant tree has grown among the ruins. The ceiling must have collapsed many, many years ago. There's a closed box and some candles on the altar. Who left that there? That scroll in the medallion that's down there, that's the other confessional. I bet you anything that's the other confession. Chain holds the incense burner on the altar. Okay. Bastard Bonds is fun. Wine for mass, I'm guessing a good excuse to lift one's elbow. You can't argue with that. Sadly, the tapestry is in really bad shape. Sacramental objects surprisingly well organized. It's like they're frozen in time. When you get to the, you know, ask Isaac. Huh? Get out of here. Get out of here.
Mr. Finnegan? Are you okay?
No. No, no, no.
Not gonna happen.
I don't like it either, and I don't want to touch him. Violinist diary, registered account of one of the musicians who played at St. Cecilia's 1912 winter concert. I haven't had a drink since we arrived. I doubt that's the cause of what's happening to me, although I could sure use a good tonic. That accursed melody. Wolfgang found the score in a library among old scrolls and manuscripts from the ancient city of Byzantium, and he shouldn't have been perusing in the first place. It was written in Celtic, the Byzantine notation system, and none of those dimwits knew how to read it. I had to transcribe it onto this usual stave so we could include it into our repertoire. It's an easy melody, uncannily hard to get out of one's head. Every time I rehearse on my own, it feels disturbing. Thoughts I don't dare confess start coming to my mind, and I feel a deep sense of unease. And yet, every time I grab my violin, I play the song again. In group rehearsals, these effects seem to multiply, and although none of us will admit it, I can see the restlessness in their eyes. I feel both fear and curiosity thinking of the concerts, of our joint performance, of the moment when the voices of the monks will invade the church halls. So the violinist is the one that ended up, like, reading it and then transcribing it so that the monks could actually make use of it. Painting is in good shape and looks valuable. It's odd that there have been no robberies here in all these years. Odd, but understandable. Tools for the study of astronomy and geography. If I remember correctly, Husher had a similar telescope. A rusty spare part that belongs to some tool. That...
Okay.
Yay, it's fixed. Tons of stored items that could almost even qualify as hidden treasures. St. Cecilia is the patron of music. I guess that explains the instruments. So, my intuition, whatever the hell was going to happen, was correct. Don't talk to him. And he did vanish. There was no way I was going to approach him. I don't like how he gets so shaken. Oh, there's another key. Body's key in his hand. Should I take it? Yes. Why aren't you looking? Heavy key with a slight patina. There are several fleur-de-lis carved on the stem. I've always liked them. I don't see any fleur-de-lis carved on the stem. It's a bronze key.
This is disgusting.
My dad will need this retractor thingy. Okay. Oops. So, bronze key, we need one there and in the scriptorum. Jesus, this place is massive. These copies look like real collector's items, or at least they were at one point. Such a pity.
Okay.
Notes on botanicals. Partial instructions on how to make a natural deoxidizer. Need a corrosive substance to open it, and the diethylogos blend would be perfect. The warehouse lock is absolutely covered in rust. After adding a legible name and cooking it, it grows everywhere. I need to cut some of its characteristic red petals, but they have yet to blossom. So this is where I was supposed to have gotten it, and I happened to figure it out on accident. And books on these shelves seem like some kind of registries or ledgers. It must not have been easy to run this place. So I'm glad there was a very obvious place for it. Latch is rusty. No way to turn it. Turned into a liquid paste that looks like acid. Librarian's confession. I locked up my brothers as though they were animals and I left them to die. Large pile of abandoned books rotting away. What a waste. Maybe I should go get the shovel. Watch him explode. There is one other place that I can use this bronze key, though. So... You know, if I finish this chapter, I'm gonna be looking up, like, to see what happens with the shovel. Like... and that I should just, like, restart chapter 4 just to play it again at some point. And then just go and touch the shovel and see if you do explode, or if I was just been super paranoid.
Ah.
I can still use that key somewhere. We'll look at that. Let's check out and see what else is in here first. Smells like really rancid vinegar in here. So, a giant case of wine? This mechanism is clearly designed to move something, but I still don't know what or what we need to put here to use it.
Not gonna happen.
I'd have to be a bloody wizard to make that work with this. It's some sort of turny thing. The thing is, at this point, what would I end up doing with the shovel anyways? That thing in the graveyard had a brass lock too. Hello. It's another confession. That's the darkness, the silence, the door. They're a little out of whack. Oh, these are the different deaths. So the silence is that one thing you have to be quiet with. The door is if you're listening at a door and you go through it when you hear something. The darkness, I don't know. Oh, that's whenever you're hiding. I wonder what those are for. They look like they're personal items, so maybe if I collect the entire deck, I can actually carry it around with me? Yeah, we have to go to the graveyard. I don't like that the old man can pop up. I'm worried that we're gonna see him again.
Fuck, I gotta hide.
Right here, right here, right here. He's not very good at this.
Bloody hell, that was close.
It's more of a pain with him than it is with the others because his serenity is so low. Like, Sophie deals with those so well. Erica deals with them better. But we don't even have Erica as an option right now. Oh, no. Go down. What do you think you're doing? What was your first thought when you heard me scream? Oh, he got to... yeah. He knows what I'm playing. The creepy atmosphere is done very well, and the scares are few and far between. That they're either really creepy or they unnerve you very well. They did a fantastic job with this game. What the hell was that? Is that supposed to be just a shadow? Because it looked like something that crawled through the wall. I have different screams for different things. Okay. Sounds fine. Good, I won't be needing this key anymore. Let's go. Ooh, cutscene. Oh no.
Holy shit. What kind of madman would do this?
Abbott's diary. I ordered that all musical scores be burnt. We placed candles and lamps in each cell to no avail, for the howling has not ceased. What kind of penance is this? What was our sin? We did nothing but sing. If something should happen to me, the key will be safe. No one must find it. I shall entrust it to Our Lady of Candles. December 8th, 1912. I must do something. I'm starting to lose my mind locked up in here. Every corner looks threatening, and every flicker of the candle makes me fear the darkness and what lurks in its depth. The brothers have asked about Ernino, Victorino, Malachi, but I don't remember if... I can't recall a thing. When I close my eyes, I only see grotesque forms writhing in the darkness. What is happening to me? December 11th. An effigy be worshipped. Penance to save us all, or those who may still find salvation. Live with a man... Success... What? Why are you quoting? You can't quote yourself! No! You don't get to quote yourself! You don't get to put something down and then make it a quote and then say it's about Song of Horror. It's not about Song of Horror! The brothers have asked about Ernino Victorian. Okay. An effigy be worshipped. An idol made with our own being, with our own immortal soul. December 13th, 1912. They don't understand this penance. They can't see it's our only path to salvation, if indeed there can be such a thing. Illegible date. No, there can't be. I must have faith. Inscrutable are the ways of the Lord. Illegible date. In the dark corner of my room, I feel his gaze upon me. I feel him drawing near when the candle blows out. I can't see, but I know he is there, calling me, calling all of us. We must heed his call. Come, my sons, come and share the beatific vision. Let us bathe our souls in the dark light of the Holy Spirit and behold in all its glory the horrible beauty of God. A lot of pages for just one page.
This can't be real.
Stone figure, sculpture of the Virgin Mary. Figure is much heavier than it seems. A heavy figure. Okay, so just the thought of hiding puts my hairs on end. Did this man bring bodies here with a wheelbarrow? Holy shit. What horrible nightmare is this? What the hell did I get myself into? That's another door. He nailed hands on the wall as if they were... Maybe I'm the sick one, but that man had the look of a killer even before he did all of this. Nice. Is this PS4 game? PC. I think it's on the PS4 as well. How many people did that demented sadist dismember? It looks like he managed to block the door. And nailed hands to it. A hand-carved figure of the Virgin Mary. Wood is robust, it might be oak. Two more figures. Bronze figure of the Virgin Mary. It amazes me that people are capable of carving with such detail on such small materials. Plaster figure, hand-painted plaster figure of the Virgin Mary. It's almost as if the figure were crying oil. Oh.
Holy shit. What is that?
An effigy? Shit, I have no words to describe this. Dear God, it's the black figure, the one Daniel and Farber talked about. This can't be real. His hand is holding a roll of paper. That's... yes. That's a confession. I let my children stray away. I cannot save them now, only redeem them in the eyes of God. The body's totally gonna down to fish, you know it's gonna... What the hell, honey? Dude, I'm uneasy and I'm not even playing. There's a pickaxe right there, and it's all like, do you want the pickaxe? No. Just stare at this figure. Doesn't look too dirty on the inside. It should work. Okay. So there's 5 statues of Mary, all in different materials. And it says there's still... What? Fuck, I can't believe it. Oh! Or people do that demented sadist dismember. Get the fuck out of here. The game's all like, don't you want to explore that room again? Okay, hold on. We currently have 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, start at door. 1, 2, 3. We have 3. We need 2 more. I never should have gone in there. You're not supposed to go in there. Unless that was the other confession that I didn't get yet. I'm gonna go turn in the confession and I will come back and take a look at that room, but I don't trust it right now. Oh no, I'll go and check that door because you can listen through the door and you can hear if something's there. But if there's a chance he leaves, despawns, whatever, I want to give him the chance for that. What was that one? Okay, that was the church thing. Okay, we need to go through here. I'm not supposed to interact with everything. However, there are 4 statues, or there are 5 statues, and I need to use those for something at some point. I don't know what. But 2 of those statues are in that other room. And I have a feeling I'm supposed to be able to go in there. This is darkness, the silence. What is this? The what? It's hard to read. Darkness, silence, the abyss. Look at the other side. Oh. That's like Haster. Man-like form with squiddly diddly appendages. I know it's on the bottom, but if you look at it, they're look at the bottom. So it says tarot deck collectible item, the door. They're misnamed because they're going one step off of order. So the next one's going to be the door. Now it says the darkness at the bottom, and it's not. I'm looking at the door, but the darkness will be in the next one. Then this is the darkness, but the bottom says silence. Yeah, so they're throwing me off a little bit. Because of the naming is off.
What the hell is going on?
Get out of here.
Gotta be careful now.
I don't hear anything, but... It says 2 different, spyglasses, which usually means that there's something here. Does this man bring bodies with a wheelbarrow here?
Okay.
Combine with... I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Nope.
Shit, I'm sorry, Daniel. Shit, I got you into this mess. I should have gone to Hush's house. I should have... Shit, I have to fix this for Daniel. A wax figure of the Virgin Mary. Wax is misleading. It's actually extremely hard.
Not gonna.
Amazes me that people are capable of working with such detail. It's almost as if she were crying oil. Why can't I take these? What are they for? Okay. The crypt, I can try and go down again. Now that I have a map down there, I may have missed something. But considering everything, I need to use the bathroom, so I will BRB, and you guys get a BRB screen, so be right back. All right. I should have gotten more coffee. So I need to switch it back. I'm putting on my wrist wraps. Hi, Senri. Okay. I'll take a small break to get more coffee, or I'll have Isaac get me some. I'm thinking. So the abbot is still very much around. You can disclose locations as long as you're not disclosing minute locations. That was the updated rule. Like, if you're all like, oh, I live in America on the East Coast, that's completely different than, I live in this exact city around this street. Like, anything that could cause someone to...
There's something.
Oh, not again. Yeah, because I mean, it's entirely different if someone's like, oh, I live on the East Coast in, yeah, don't dox yourself, basically. Be smarts. Be smart.
Good thing. It's over now.
Okay. You didn't expect her to live that long. Hi, Fairwalls. Okay. That's for the confessions. That's for the turning thing. I feel like I need to be at the well. I just opened it without actually... That was stupid. That was stupid. I didn't notice the listening thing. Where's... Oh, the violinist. I have no need to go down there. Okay, so you can't go back down. So the only reason to use the well was to get into the church. Shit. Then we're gonna have to figure out what we're missing. I can smell chocolate muffins. I have a weird, like, I don't know. My parents used to love buying the Costco chocolate muffins all the time, and my mom would use those as like dessert items to the point where I got super tired of them. And it's partly because they're never as chocolatey as you want them to be. Like, you kind of want cake and you end up getting a chocolate muffin and you're like, wow, it's almost like cake, but not as much fun. I used to take chocolate muffins when I was younger and like super fat, which I'm still fat now. And I used to put...
What the hell?
I don't want to go through that door. Oh, it's fine, surprisingly. It's Costco. I used to microwave them until they were warm, pour a little bit of chocolate syrup on it, and put whipped cream on to try and make them more cake-like. Still didn't help. I mean, it made it better. But it wasn't cake. Not so vast, a better place whatever I want to burn in the oven before I stoke the fire. I have no idea what this book is about, but I doubt it would be helpful in any way. Old spices and cookery books have certainly seen better days. Whatever. No, I might need it at some point. Am I borking myself over by not getting the shovel? Hi, Clever. Thank you for the follow. Shit. I'm gonna point out what my problem with the shovel is. Bloody hell, what are these bones doing here? Hand chopped firewood, presumably for the oven. It's damp and rotten. These books must literally be stuck to the shelves. You need to find a gay man that can cook for you. You can cook a bit, but it's about average. The more you cook, the better you get. There are several boxes and containers on the shelf, but I don't see anything useful in them. Although it helps if you're actually like researching like recipes or something, or just different cooking techniques. That's how you learn. Cupboard is empty. I could hide in there if I wanted to. What the hell is all this? It's full of strange drawings and words in Latin. Security bars make sense. No one wants a burglar breaking into their storage room. Barrels and sacks stacked in the corner. There's probably something in them. Did you even make new notes? Husher. Like, do you use this? Be orderly, diligent, and observant, and you'll always find what to do next. Fucking worthless. Handwritten page, Father Abbot. Brother Ernino has forsaken sanity, another tragedy, a long list of misfortunes. I've gone through these. Confessions of the Librarian. Everything began with the rehearsals prior to the concert, although we knew it was simply the stress. One key was given to the abbot, one to the prior, one to the treasurer, and yet another one to me, librarian. For this I beg forgiveness, forgiveness and the strength to make things right. Oh my god. Violinist Diary of the Lost Notebook. They weren't stupid superstitions. This place is just like they said. I can't remember where I sneaked in through the walls, and now I keep pacing down the same empty corridors time and again. You cook every day, you follow recipes, but when you try to make it your own, then get it bad. It's just a matter of the more you cook, the more you play with spices and flavors, and you get some ideas of things. I mean, I'm no freaking culinary expert. Most of the stuff I pick up is from recipes. And I can make stuff on my own just out of what I have in the house. But a lot of it is based off of because of ways I've cooked before in the past. It's a miracle that the shelf is still standing. I better not touch it. So this guy. The reason why I have not touched this is if you look on his frickin' belt, that is a grenade. I'm afraid that you're going to pick that up and disturb the body. The grenade is going to fall and go off. There is a puzzle up there. In that one room. Let's go and see if we can do that puzzle. There's no saving and loading. The game only has saving exit or autosaves. And if a character dies with the difficulty setting I have on, which is the original setting that the game was intended to be played on, it's permadeath. Which means I will lose him and I will be down to Sophia and Daniel. Oh, that is cruel. Yeah, but it's the best way you could play this game, in my opinion. Someone boarded up the door. I'll have to find another way. Like, this game, and I've mentioned it multiple times, this game does the Lovecraftian concept better than most any Lovecraftian game that I've played thus far. It is definitely one of the best done ones. This is the closest you can get to playing Mansions of Madness, the board game, in video game form.
I need to find out where that staircase leads to.
Pipe has a water valve. There's only a set amount of characters. It's actually really cool. Yeah, there's only a set amount of characters. Some kind of press doesn't seem to work anymore. We already did this and we got his key. How did that poor soul end up here? And there's a box at the top, right? There's that box right there. I don't know if that's ever anything or if it's just there to taunt me. Oh. Handwritten notes are everywhere. Why is it so important? Several notes of monks begging forgiveness and praying for salvation. What is all of this? So this is the door with the multiple locks. Door is locked with 4 padlocks. I'm sure I'm going to need 4 different keys. I only have 1. I don't even know if I want to open that door. Honestly, the monks had locked everyone behind there because they sang the song and went insane. I don't think it's a good idea to release them. Even if they're still alive. It's only a set amount of characters, yeah. No, go down. Go down. So this is not helping any.
Oh, damn it! Door!
Come on. He's strong.
That door almost knocked me out. What?
There's no other way out of this room as far as I can tell. The door over here is locked. The mirror is too faded, thank God. Rotting books that must belong to the monks' journals, perhaps. Yeah, the fact that they added a different QuickTime type event with a different monster or something has been pretty cool. Okay. Up there is one thing. Something to burn in there in St. Cecilia's Abbey. Can I go back down? I don't think he's going to go back down underneath into the crypt. I don't think I really left anything in the catacombs. I don't know. So can we see the monsters? You do see some of them, but I can't actively find them. They just appear. The granary has two things, and one of them is a... The question mark is different, I noticed. Okay, so maybe there's something in the granary I missed. Let me double check. Should be right here. Don't actively go searching for them. You can't. They just pop up. So... This one is the question mark right here. The other side... The hell is all this? Full of strange drawings and words in Latin. I don't know. Cupboard is empty. I could hide here if I wanted to. The only thing I could think the shovel would be good for would be lifting off the tops on the coffins, and honestly, I don't think I need to be doing that. I think the shovel's worthless. But all those statues... Okay. Abbott's diary. I ordered that all musical scores be burnt. We placed candles and lamps in each cell to no avail, for the howling has not ceased. What kind of penance is this? That was... Okay, we read that recently. Page 1 from the Abbott's diary. Brother Ernino has forsaken sanity, another tragedy in the long list of misfortunes that have befallen us. How far must we stray in the face of such calamity? Ernino wanted to open the door, gather the keys once again to open the gate and free them. I understand his compassion, far from the other brothers. I only hear their screaming in my dreams, but he must hear it day and night, and such horror must have broken him. When he came to see me to tell me what happened, I had to do it. If we were to be saved, I cannot waver. I dragged his body to an empty sarcophagus, following the Reaper's orders. Now only God and death know the way to his key. Now only God and death know the way to his key. He has been purified. I have nothing to fear. His bones will turn to dust in that oven, for I will not allow for him to be taken elsewhere. This should suffice to silence the voices. All is well. I have nothing to fear. All I must do is finish his altar and keep calm. I must not be afraid. My faith must not falter. So this is him talking about making the effigy. Because that's December 12th. Because if we go to his actual diary, that was after he started going nuts. An idol made in our own being with our own immortal soul. They don't understand this penance. I know the abbey is abandoned, but sometimes it feels like there's someone there who's putting out the candles. That's probably the abbot. The notes on the botanicals we don't need. We've already done that. May this confession atone the terrible sins I have committed. Everything began with the rehearsals prior to the concert. What is the time period of the abbey? All this happened, I think, around World War I, 1912. When was World War I? It was around that time period. But that's also why there's a soldier in there, so... everything began with his rehearsals prior to the concert, although we all thought it was simply the stress. When the time came and in light of the many guests praised be, I was asked to watch over our prized texts while the brothers sang, so I never heard them. What I did hear was the howling that ensued, even though I was several cells away from the church. When I arrived at the scene, chaos reigned. There were the people there. I cannot even begin to describe it. Dead, wounded, others had gone mad, and our beloved brothers of the choir, God Almighty, at first they seemed normal, but suddenly they warped into what can only be described as a demonic form, only to shift back to normal moments later. They suffered from horrific seizures, screaming and writhing in agony. At times they tried to grab us in desperation, at others they screamed what sounded like voices coming from an unfathomable abyss. We took them to their cells in the upper floor on the hallway facing the new cloister, and God have mercy on our souls, we locked them in, closed the door, and secured it as well as we could with a lock. One key given to the abbot, one to the prior, one to the treasurer, another one to me. For this I beg forgiveness. Forgiveness of the strength to make things right. Okay. Librarian's plans. Brother Victorino won't stop uttering blasphemies, and I know he will oppose to reopening the hallway where we locked in our brothers. But I also know that he hid his key in the thurible, so I only need to access it. I looked up what a thurible was online. It's basically an incense sensor, which is why we need to get that thing down. I do not know what happened to our prior, Father Malachi, but I suspect the abbot locked him in his room, leaving him with only one possible exit, the door that leads to the cells. Perhaps if I open the passage, I could liberate him and convince him of amending the atrocity we have committed. He is a kind and reasonable man, or he was before the concert. God Almighty, please protect us. Every person who attended that cursed event has gone mad. Our abbot, Father Gano, most of all. At night he sings the psalms, but his tune warps into one that resembles the melody played by the musicians before that fateful night. No matter where I may be, the twisted echoes of his chant fly over the graveyard and reach me. Fly over the graveyard and reach me. Oh, because he's over in there. I must speak to him, convince him of giving me his key, or find a way to get a hold of it. Dear Lord, please grant me the strength to face him. This is starting to make more sense now that we know that the abbot is alive. And this is the poem. I hear their screams, they haunt me. This is from the prior. They claw desperately at the door, trying to get out, but are they even themselves? At night I can hear them crawling on top of each other on the other side of the door, and fear it might give way. They beg, wail, and weep. The things they say must never leave that hall. Even if they manage to escape, what good would it do to them? I too am trapped. I cannot open the passage from the side anymore. I must not let them get my key, for they would be one step closer to leaving, and then God Almighty grant me the strength to avoid it no matter the cost. I must hide the key far from their ghastly hands. I shall hide the key where no one can find it, not while I still draw breath. May God have mercy on our souls, all of them. I already have the prior's key. He put it inside himself. Nothing is true. We are alone, alone in the lost, and lost in the universe. There is no God, for God is nothing. God is but dust and dreams compared to the darkness I see. The devil is a child's fantasy. Hell is a parody. Please make this stop, no matter where it takes. Treasure's suicide note. Nothing in the Holy Scripture can describe that place. I see it every night, and every night it's different and irrepeatable. Okay. Mind is broken. Pure horror, eternal death. If upon taking my own life I awake tortured in a sea of flames, I will shed tears of relief. Where are all the keys? Can't remember where I sneaked in through the walls, and now I keep pacing down the same empty corridors time and again. Should have listened to the villagers and stayed away from this place. I feel like my mind is slipping into the abyss. I hear something break the silence of these halls, something like the swishing of ropes around me. That's probably the abbot. Violinist we read recently. Folded note. Feel like I'm being followed. I know the abbey is abandoned, but sometimes it feels like there's something there. Who's putting out the candles? Might be the wind. Yeah, I'm gonna need to find the origin of that cursed song and get out of this place. I am very much having a hard time figuring out where I'm supposed to be going now. I know I'm missing pieces. So St. Cecilia's, there's something to burn over there. What about the wooden statue? That's really weird. Like... ton of random papers lying about who knows where or from. Piece of paper with an odd drawings of half-written notes. Papers with disturbing drawings in them. I can't imagine what was going on through these people's heads. Hiding spot. Handwriting on the pages of this book is disconcerting. Oh, I've been in here. I was in here recently. Get out. What could you dig up with a shovel? The sarcophaguses in the cemetery require help to open them. I would normally think a crowbar, but maybe the shovel. But before I do that, I know what that one is. I know what that one is. My thing is, I don't know what to do with the statues. What about the one that says it's heavier than it feels, than it looks? Does that mean there's something inside of it? I'm Edie. I'm still in chapter 4 and a little lost. I have a few ideas, but other than trying to go and get the shovel at this point, I don't know what else to do. So here's my thing. The abbot said he locked one of the guys up in a sarcophagus, and only God and death know the way. There's a Grim Reaper that points this way. There's a Grim Reaper that points this way. See tons of individual sarcophagi in this graveyard. The people buried in them must have been important. It's not giving me the option to open them. Like, the old man was all like, I could open them, but I'm not strong enough. No walkthrough. I want to figure this one out because I'm trying my best not to get the shovel at the moment. Because that grenade is way too obviously there. But so this is the one I opened. This is the gateway that I opened, I should say. I wonder who's buried there. Someone from the 19th century, apparently. I like how the old man was all like, must have taken, who broke this rock? And he's all like, ooh, I just wonder who's buried there. Yeah, he's not saying anything like the old man did about, like... And I can't even use the X button in front of them, so I don't think you can. End of the road for me. I'm not going in that crypt. I mean, I might be overthinking it. You think it's the sarcophagus right by that statue you just passed? It seems as if it's pointing to it. There's a few statues pointing, though. That's the problem with it. You'd think so, but there's a few that are pointing. Feels like the jungle. I need a machete to get through here. Huh. See, here's the thing. I dragged his body into an empty sarcophagus following the Reaper's orders. Is there a Reaper up here? There's nothing but a mausoleum on the other side. It's not worth the effort. I think it's technically a sarcophagus that's out in the open. See, because this one points to over here. And then there's another one right here. So this opened up for us last time, and that's what got what's-his-name killed. I mean, I knew I shouldn't have gone there. But... Weeping Angel, it's disheartening. Shouldn't it be this one? Or this? That's not exactly a sarcophagus. But he's not even mentioning that he could open them with some help. He's all like, I just see tons of them and they must have been important. Good thing you're just statues and can't perceive the fear I feel right now, right? Ugh. I feel like Sophia's just smarter than him. She's like he's like her manager, and yet he's nowhere near as good as she is. But then again, I mean, axes, knives, handsaws, and other sharp tools. The blades are all darkened unevenly. Figure is heavier than it seems. No, it doesn't make sense. Wood figure Virgin Mary. Wood is robust. Might be oak. He's just constantly freaking out. Almost as if it were crying oil.
Not gonna.
That won't work. bronze figure. Amazes me that people are capable of carving with such detail and such small materials. Can you calm down, sir? Oh, there's a key inside. Wax figure of the Virgin Mary. It seems to have something inside. There's something in here.
I'm taking this statuette. I'm sure there's something inside it.
Use that in the oven with the bellows, and that should melt the statue. This door? Oops. That door doesn't have a thing to go through it, and even if you can potentially do it, there is no way in hell that I'm going through it. So one of the things about this game in general, for anyone who doesn't know, is part of what makes it such a good Lovecraftian game is you don't want to touch everything. If you touch everything, you are guaranteed to kill off your character. Like, it was an intuition I had when I was playing episode 1, and I still got, like, pretty much everyone killed and I had to restart it from scratch. Partly because I threw 2 of them out of a window. Because I was reading a map wrong. I was like, not that window, this one, and promptly threw 2 of them out of 2 different windows next to each other. Oh yeah, no, it was fantastic. I couldn't stop laughing. I didn't mind restarting. It was not hard to get back to where I was. Yeah. There were also apparently a lot of people, especially who ended up reviewing the game, that ended up criticizing this game for, they said the story started falling apart in chapter 4. And honestly, to me, if you know anything about any of the basic, like, Lovecraftian based stories, this is very much a love letter to the King in Yellow and the Yellow Sign. Because the whole thing just screams it. I have a tiger on the floor, and he did this last time when something spooked me in the game and just kept rubbing up against me while I was trying to very calmly deal with stuff, and he's currently rubbing his face on my foot. Yeah, it's Haster. It's very much Haster. It's gotta be. Like, if you didn't see these, Senri, these cards, if you flip them, that's fucking Haster. Humanoid figure with squiddly diddly appendages, that's freaking Haster. Now, King in Yellow is a really good story. It was not written by Lovecraft, but he did end up borrowing the lore, and I believe the ghostwriters that copied his style and everything later on after he died also continued working with it. It was written by someone else before Lovecraft was, like, really starting to write, I think it was. Where am I going? I'm supposed to be going this way. You barely know Lovecraftian stuff. Everything I learned about Lovecraftian stuff is because I was playing the Fantasy Flight board games, which were Arkham Horror, Mansions of Madness, Elder Signs, all those basic ones. I wanted to understand a bit more about what I was playing, so I ended up looking up Wikipedia articles. If you really want to understand a little bit more, you can do it that way. No. I think that door has been, like, cursed to us since the beginning. Or have I been able to... No, I've been able to go through it. I'm on the wrong side, though. He's got good strength. Hey, camera. Ooh.
I just barely made it out of there.
No. Sophie and Erica barely make it out of there. You're fine. But yeah, you can easily look up Wikipedia articles to understand a lot about the basic lore behind a lot of the stuff really easily. And you can get basic ideas. You can also, if you really want to listen to them, all of his original stuff is in the public domain, which is why there's so many games that get made about it. And there are people that have done recordings of reading the stories. I personally have a hard time reading them because they're very, 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 very verbose. And they're very difficult for me to actually pay attention to read because I would rather go to sleep. But I can listen to them. The hardest one to listen to was Mountains of Madness, because the person who has it uploaded for the reading is really, really boring and dull to listen to. Lovecraftian's untapped thing in games. There's a lot of games that have tapped into it, but not a lot of them understand it. Or know how to do it properly. Like, to do... There was a key inside. Should I take it? No, it's glowing red. Can we, like, cool it or something? Oh, we can wait for it to cool. We instantly lose a guy from, like, him burning his hands. No, not yet. Lovecraftian does best if you don't properly see the enemies. The enemies always remain a certain level of mystery. And if the creepiness and horror factor is always on the edge of everything.
There was something inside that statuette.
The other thing about Lovecraft's the Lovecraftian theme is the more you know, the more danger you're in. And I feel like a lot of games and a lot of movies even that have tried to do it have done it incorrectly. This game has been feeling like it does it very well. Should I take it now? Shit seems to have cooled down. Thank God. Relatively flat key belonging to Father Aguano, Abbot of St. Cecilia. Bits on this key look like an insect's jaw. It does. It's pretty though. It's a little creepy. Okay. So we have 2 keys. The third one is here. And I can't even begin to tell you where the 4th one is. I think that was the abbot's key, the prior's key. I'm trying to see who... Forsaken Sanity. Brother Ernino was one of them. Pure hope, but I awake tortured in a sea of flames. I will shed tears of relief. Tiger. Where's the other key? So the prior we got, librarian. Prior within himself insists the abbot trusts a figure. That's the figure of Mary. Victorino, where the air is thinner. And I in the abyss. Where the air is thinner. Do I have to go back down? To the crypt? Okay, you see that one little spot in the middle on the right-hand side that's sort of jutting into the middle of it? I think that's where you started. I think I did fully search that place. I don't think you can go back. The granary has something. That question mark is something. Thinner to you would mean higher up. There's nothing higher up. There's the door that's completely locked over there that we can't get through. That puzzle right there is actually for the 4 keys. Honestly, I think in order to get all of the confessions, I was supposed to get one out of that door that opened up, and I was supposed to grab it and run out. I was in there too long. Because it definitely closed while I was reading, so it was timed. I don't think I can open up any of the sarcophaguses. Where the air is thinner. There's all this full of strange drawings and words in Latin. (93 105 22 239). What is all these numbers? What was that? Nothing but rust and decay. Barrels and sacks stacked in the corner. There's probably still something in them. Really old wines, they'd be amazing if they were well preserved. Several boxes of containers on the shelf, but I don't see anything useful in them. Tiger, what are you doing? Barrels and sacks stacked in the corner. There's probably something still in them. Can I somehow ignore this guy and climb over the rubble to get to other potential stuff? It's a miracle the shelf is still standing. I better not touch it. I wish you could swap out characters. Like, go back out, get a different character, come back in with Sophie, have her read the Latin stuff. See if that did anything. Okay. Security bars make sense. No one breaking into the room. Why? There has to be something in here. I keep doing that on accident. Like, we could try going to the infirmary again, but I don't think we're gonna find anything. Hey, faceless monkey artist. Okay. Let's see if I can go back down into the crypt. I've already done that. You know what? I swear to God, I'm gonna make him go boom. We're grabbing the shovel. I swear to freaking God, I'm gonna make him explode. And if he explodes, I'm gonna laugh. This poor lad died with his boots on and holding his spade. I really don't want to touch a dead body, but the spade could be useful. Should I take it? Look at that grenade on his belt. Yes. Sapper spade, World War II soldier's spade. Light whip and sturdy, should be easy to use. Soldier still has one of his grenades. Tiger just like got up on his hind legs and was like looking at me while on my leg, and I'm like, what are you doing? I know there's food downstairs, so you just want attention. He wants loves. Yes, he does. He's in very much love mode. I am petting him while controlling the character with one hand. And okay. We're not getting the grenade. And the reason why I'm not getting the grenade is because I still think he's gonna explode. Two, I really don't think this guy's equipped to handle a grenade. Here's what I'm gonna do. I don't think this is used for... Hold on. Lightweight but sturdy, should be easy to use. I am gonna try and go all the way into that church. This is not the right way to go. I mean, I can go this way, but... I want to see if I can go down, and if not, I want to see if I can somehow use the shovel to turn the crank. I don't think it's the right tool, but I'm gonna find out. Like, why would anyone ever remove this tool? Oh, he would have removed the tool in order to keep people from being able to get to the key. Smells like rancid food. There. Have to be a bloody wizard to make that work with this. What is that paper there? Oh, it's the one that's all scribbled on. I don't think I can because I have a minus sign, but not going to go down without a good reason. Religious paraphernalia, nothing useful. I like how the doors are just slightly ajar and he's like, nah.
Hey, Dan. It's no use. You won't be able to open that door.
Prayers in Latin, I have no idea what they say. Oh, that's right, because they're outside right there. Yeah. If Daniel's still trying to open this door, he's massively wasting his time. Why don't you open it for him? I don't think there's anything over there. Nothing I can use right now. Okay. It's dark and empty like almost everything else. So, completely forgot he didn't go to a place by himself. No, they came here with Dan, Sophie, himself, and Husher's friend and partner and a lot of things, which was the old guy that we got killed. There was a whole bunch of them. Now, I don't necessarily think that opening up one of these, the wrong sarcophagus, is going to kill us, but I don't want to fuck around too heavily. I also feel like that there was a reason why we opened up this gate. I should be able to pry open any grave with the spade I'm carrying. Please don't die. Got it. Holy shit, there's a key. The librarian's ornate key, a robust key belonging to Brother Ernino, librarian of the Abbey of St. Cecilia. Something about this key makes me feel ill at ease. Well, it's covered in blood, sort of.
Jesus. The body is entirely dismembered.
No need to dig about in graves, it's for the best. The last key I'm missing. If I got the grenade and stuck it there, it could potentially destroy that. Fuck. No, I know which key I'm missing, Edie. I'm missing the one that's inside the sensor. I need to get it down. The obvious way to get it down would be to get a crank that's supposed to fit into the mechanism. I have...
Oh, god damn.
freak out. He freaks out too much.
What?
Oh, he's a little bit easier than the old man. At least either that or I was just doing a better job with him that time.
What the hell?
I don't know of anywhere else where we can get anything other than that grenade. So, against my better judgment, we will go after the grenade. Now, even if we can get the grenade and work with it, my goal is to drop it in and get the hell out of that room as quickly as possible, because I think you can kill... I have a feeling it's a potential death if you just stand there and stare at it after you put it in. I mean, all this time I've been sitting here thinking, wow, you shouldn't be touching the spade or the grenade, but I kind of ran out of options. And I've already seen, like, before I even thought about touching the spade and the grenade, I hadn't seen any options in this chapter where it's like, are you sure you want to pick that up? And I was like, okay, one of those has to be a death. I mean, the grenade could still be a death. But at this point, we're down to one more key. If he dies, I prefer Sophie, and Daniel I just don't want to touch unless I have to. Nothing should happen if I grab it gently. Should I take the grenade? Yes. Well, I was correct. Don't take the grenade. He didn't even get taken by some dark scoobily goop. He got blown to bits.
Hasn't it been a while? Should we go check?
Send Sophie in. She's all like, please no. It lets you alter your destiny.
You keep working on the door. I'll go take a look around.
Gently, they said gently. You know what else there was? One of the haikus warned about a bird in the hand. Someone get goop grabbed? No one got goop grabbed. Someone got exploded into tiny bits because I did what I couldn't figure out what else to do, and so I was all like, fuck it, I'm gonna grab the grenade. I have a feeling he's gonna explode, but whatever. And he exploded. It's fucking amazing. Is this the way she gets in?
So this is the Abbey Cemetery. A nice place to start.
Now, she has scented candles. She has 3 of them, and they actually help her calm. I don't know what good that does. Dark Scoobity Boop. It was not a dark Scoobity Boop. I should probably have her look at stuff. She would have some, oh. Honey, why do you have nuts? Honey, you're not out of nuts. You can't be out of nuts. think you reduce chances of monster encounters with high serenity? Possibly, I'm not certain. I know that once you put a candle down, it stays there permanently. I've only used them once, and Can't give yourself nuts if you don't do it through Fubo. Yeah, but we should have a ton of nuts in general. Just from the times that I've sat there and monitored your streams, and I've always done it with the Dilzik channel. You gambled them. Why? Are you bored? Sounds familiar. Honestly, we shouldn't even be allowing our channel's name to have nuts anyways. I don't want us to end up in the top 10. It's like, it's not fair. Don't give us nuts! We can generate them for free! You wanted the rush? No, you didn't. You were fucking bored. You know who wanted the rush? Etienne. Do you know what happened when Etienne got his rush? He got blown up. How curious, she says. My god. No way I can go through there. It looks like the ceiling caved in. God, I hope that wasn't the loud noise I heard before. Yeah, well.
How dare you?
Thank you, Miti.
So Etienne's buried under that, and she's all like, yeah, it's fine. That was your manager. He wrote your paychecks, or at least was one part of it. You have some problems now. So now you gotta figure out how to get the damn thing down on your own. I think I remember something. Hold on. How convenient that his stuff escaped the blast. Yeah, well. You kind of needed it too. Unfortunately, his notebook didn't escape. His notebook's just gone. No more notebook. All gone. Oh. I have no idea how this one works. I'm wondering if turning it down is something. Darkness, the silence, the abyss. So you can only turn one of them. Turn the door. Because if that makes it less likely for that one to happen because she has the tarot deck, then her strength is low, and it's one less strength thing that will be against her. Looks like they threw that wardrobe down the debris. The place makes me feel terribly lonely. I have no need to go through there. No, she doesn't. But wasn't there a room where we ended up using a crank to open up the door to go through there? There was, and I know which room it is. You know what? Did I flip over the door? Darkness, silence, this door. Okay, if I flipped over the door, then it might be possible that the door won't be a threat anymore. which means I might be able to go through that door down there. I'm theorizing on what the tarot deck does. No. Spices, sugar, and salt. The labels on the drawers are in Latin. Some seem like herb names, others I couldn't say. Bucket full of grace and there's splashes around it. The smell is pretty potent. Yeah, because we had to grease up that one thing. I'm betting we can pick that up. I didn't think about it before, but I'm betting we can go and grab it back. Where the fuck was it? All the way up, maybe? There it is. Because we don't need that anymore. Got it. Is it still grease? Lubricated gear. God, I was running. I got him killed stupidly. Stupid. I completely. And it's because it's been so long since I played it, I forgot about that gear. I just randomly remembered it. I would have known better than not touch the grenade, even more so. I would have been like, wait a minute. Her candle is so dim. I think the candles are dim, period. Daniel has an actual flashlight, and his is much better lit. If I had the other confession, I probably could have gotten the things with the mirrors, and I probably could have controlled them too with the tarot deck. She has such sensible clothing and such sensible shoes. I do like Sophie. Yeah, well, the chain broke. What did you expect?
Something huge just fell. I bet it was the thurible in that church.
If I'm trying to press the button, it's not letting me do anything. I don't know why it's available to interact with. I mean, I have a good number of them, but I think I'm missing one. Looks like several people wrote in this scroll chaotically with no specific purpose. Some of the sentences are disturbing. Key with an intricate design belonging to Brother Victorino, treasurer of the Abbey of St. Cecilia.
Huh.
Doesn't look like it's been used that often. it hasn't. It was just, you know. Sensor's completely wrecked. What a shame. Now, in all honesty, I have no desire to open that door, but I'm pretty sure that's what we need to do. So Sophie, the main guy, are the last two left right now? Yes. Each episode is sort of like self-encapsulated for the most part. I don't know what happens if you have a character that would go from one episode to another that dies. Sophie was available in episode 1. I'm assuming if she had gotten her killed in episode 1, she would never have been available to you in episode 4. Because I do know that due to the latest updates, if Erica Farber survived through episode 2, which she did in my run, she is available to play in episode 5 now. And Erica Farber is fantastic in a lot of ways. And her story is the fact that all of this revolves around a music box that's playing the same tune that the monks had sang that made them go insane and caused all the problems to happen. The music box was given by Mr. Farber, who owns a pawn shop, to Husher, who was a writer who ended up listening to the tune and started going insane, and his family heard the tune, and everyone in his household did. Husher managed to leave, but according to his confession, he abandoned his family. We know that when we got to his house, that his family have already been taken by the darkness and whatever the hell's going on. Because you do encounter them. If you encounter them, it's not a good thing. You can encounter the daughter safely enough. The mother and the son, if you encounter, it's an instant death for one of your characters. But Husher ended up abandoning his family and came here after tracing down everything that had happened and where the song had come from. He came here for answers. And you actually play him at the end of episode 3, and you get an and you actually run through parts of this area as him. Okay, I'm trying to go this way. You run through the area as him, and basically what he ended up doing was he found his way up a set of stairs, ended up down some... He managed to go down the hallway that we're trying to open up. Don't know how it was unlocked for him. He sat down in front of a mirror and proceeded to turn a light on and off, because apparently the mirrors... There's something about mirrors and being able to see into another world with the mirrors. The monks had said something along to the effect that if they sat in front of a mirror and lit a candle and then turned it off, or turned a lantern on and off, occasionally when they would turn the lantern back on, the image that they would see behind themselves in the mirror was a different
This is where they
place.
must have brewed ale.
So, Sophie, if you're gonna die from just opening this, I'm really sorry, because we did sacrifice a character in episode 3, because I was never quite sure how to get around not sacrificing the character. But so far, every time I played it, we've done really good. Is there a reason why I have different colors to pick? Apparently not.
Sophie, wait. Stop. Don't cross that door. It's the same door that I saw at Husher's place. Don't cross it. If he's in there, I should go in. I've been there before.
Are you sure? Please, Daniel. Be careful.
What is this graphical glitch going on with her belt loop? Dear ex-wife of mine, can you control your goddamn belt? Do you guys see this? I can't stop. It's a bad idea, Daniel.
Husher has to be in here. It's time to put an end to this nightmare.
I don't think it's that easy.
No way.
Door won't budge, must be blocked from the other side. Matagi darkness. This was Husher. He was in here. This was the room that he went in.
What the hell is happening? Oh God. Mr. Husher? Oh shit. Oh shit. Mr. Husher. Oh, no. Sebastian.
Oh, he's dead.
Fuck. Oh, he's dead. Fuck, man. Fuck. This is the same place. Same room. What's happening?
Don't. Husher, he didn't make it. He must have been dead for days. I'm not looking at the mirror. He shattered the mirror, but I'm not gonna look at it. What the fuck?
What? Oh, no. Where the hell am I? Hello?
That's his wife and daughter. Who's that girl and how come it looks like she can't even see me? Sweet Jesus, I know that face. I've seen it in my nightmares. That's Husher's wife. Ma'am, where is your jaw?
Good. Huh?
Diary of Argos Legrand, Reflections and Experiences from the creator of the music box. I'll read it later, now I've got to get out of here.
A diary. Argos Legrand. Damn it, another useless lead. Another fucking riddle. I have to get out of here. What the hell? What is this place? This damn hall never ends.
All I can see through the window is a faint green light shimmering in the distance. Where am I?
Damn it, it won't open.
There's nothing out there. Absolutely nothing. Won't budge.
So fucking bizarre. No matter how much I walk, this hall is leading me nowhere.
Shit, I think I'm going to lose it. Don't look at the fucking mirror. She needs some lip balm. She's looking kind of chapped. I don't know if she can have lip balm. Won't budge. All I can see through the window is faint green shimmering light in the distance.
Hell with that.
Won't budge. I think I have to look at the mirror. Unless there's something else I can do. Why is it a Y?
Holy shit, this can't be happening. I must be seeing things.
Is there something through?
Shit, Dan, wake the fuck up, man.
Save versus spell. Obvious level 5 illusion, walk backwards.
No way.
It's locked, it says.
Uh-uh.
Nothing out there, absolutely nothing.
Am I? Oh, thank God.
Did he get out? I'm assuming he got out.
Daniel, are you all right?
I'm alive, at least.
Oh, Daniel.
Don't worry. Let's get out of here.
That's your ex-wife, by the
We
way.
spent hours looking for the others.
Oh no, they're
and
dead.
found nothing. Nothing but lost tracks in the snow and fading footprints. And yet the signs were there. Deep down, a part of me already knew. There was nothing left but unanswered questions and sheer darkness. Husher died in there, trapped. He probably struggled and screamed until he went mad trying to find a way out of that godforsaken place. Like me, only in his case, nobody got there in time. I imagine he thought that there was a quicker way to go. The same way that Faber chose. And maybe I would have done the same in his place. What I saw myself do in that mirror was just too much. Is this what lies ahead? Maybe I already know it, but I'm trying to hide it from myself. Maybe deep down, I know it's a hideous omen of what the future has in store for me. Maybe I know that, like everyone who's come across that cursed box, I too will take my own life. That I would rather surrender to death than face whatever it is that lingers behind that infernal melody. I should burn the thing. Make that melody vanish from the face of the earth. But what about Ariadne? She's alive. What if only the box can stop this? I can't destroy it without knowing for sure. Maybe there's something in Legrand's diary. Oh God, I need to rest and gather my thoughts. I need to sleep. I can only hope the nightmares won't be as horrible as real life.
So that was episode 4. Isaac just got off work, which means I'm gonna go and do dinner. And then we have to unfortunately go to the store yet again. But anyways, I'm glad that you guys stuck around, for those of you who are here. I have noticed that the interest in the game kind of wanes as you get further in, but I think it's because everyone has already been seeing like episode 4 and 5 most recently. And I don't care because I really love the game and I think it's awesome. I'm going to play more sooner rather than later. I will try and let you guys know through Discord, but we'll find out. It'll either end up being Monday, if not sometime this weekend. Just got here, Flipsy, Black Off Muffin. We're gonna send you off, and we're gonna raid. Let's see, who the hell is streaming that we can end up saying hello to? Oh my goodness, Lova Jossie, thank you for the follow. We're gonna send you off to Crinks. Looks like Minx is playing Halo Master Chief Collection again. Have a wonderful time. Thank you for showing up, and I will see you guys hopefully soon. Bye.